Hi guys, this is Vol bringing you another StarCraft commentary as usual. This of course is yet another Gosugamers Game of the Week, and we've got another PvZ, and this time it is between two of the same clan members from the Templars of Twilight clan, also known as ToT. We've got SquaLL as Zerg, he's the purple Zerg over the bottom left here, and his opponent is ToT Cloud. Red Protoss over the bottom right. The map is Rite of Valkyries, so a bit of an older map. But these guys are also older players. They've been guys that have been playing for quite a while now, and both very skilled players. Followed both of them in the TSL, the Team Liquid Star League, last year, or was it earlier this year? I always forget you. Earlier this year, and yeah, ToT Cloud from Italy, I believe, and SquaLL over in Europe. I can't remember his country, so somebody's going to have to comment and provide me with that little detail. But yeah, PvZ, really looking forward to this. So we've got SquaLL over the bottom left and putting down an extractor and a spawning pool in the 9. So he will be looking to make sure he's got some pressure on ToT Cloud, but you may have noticed that Cloud has actually gone for a single gate and is getting gas, so he could be going for a single gate tech here. He's not expanding, and that's very interesting because the Zerg player obviously will be able to hit away straight away. He'll have his Overlord there and see exactly what he's doing, so I'm not sure if that's particularly the best strategy for this map. But Cloud's obviously got a plan here, and we'll find out what it is shortly. SquaLL just getting rid of that probe there with his drone, and just Cloud coming back, just being a bit annoying there. Again, 3 Zergling eggs forming. So SquaLL's going to head over there straight away and put some pressure on. Well, Cloud's going to need to have those 2 zealots blocking that that ramp fairly shortly, or maybe a zealot and a probe, because the Zergling's going to be on top of him. Here we've got SquaLL ignoring the probe, except for one ling. That's all he needs really to make sure that probe has to keep running and forces Cloud to micro for a bit. But Cloud, as a decent player, he'll be able to micro that while doing everything else that he needs to in his base. Here's the probe zipping around, intercepted by a Zergling, taking a few hits. And out in the field, as you can see, the Zerglings are heading right across, and they're going to be greeted by that. But SquaLL's got an Overlord having a look over, so he's already scouted the way ahead. He knows that the Zerglings aren't going to be able to get in, so he's actually returning with the Zerglings. If you check the mini-map, SquaLL has started his expansion at his natural, just below the elevation there. And now his next mission is to get rid of that probe once and for all, and he should be able to do that. Yeah, there he is there. Getting rid of the probe with his Zerglings, so no more scouting for Cloud, and with the kind of build that he's got, I doubt he'll have much scouting for a while. But then again, Stargate going down, so he is going to have actually a fairly quick scouting with the Corsair. In fact, an earlier Corsair than most Protoss players in this situation would be able to get, given that he hasn't gone for a fast expansion. So the Zergling's heading around now, just making sure there aren't any more probes leaving the base. We've got 2 zealots solidly defending that ramp. Don't imagine any Zerg unit's going to be able to get through that. Taking a look at SquaLL's base in a second. The Zergling's just here we go. So 2 hatcheries going down nearby the natural. We've also got a Hydralisk Den, so that's a move that SquaLL has made based on the calculation that he's seen Cloud's build. He actually knows that there's a Stargate there. There's the Dragoon, finally getting rid of that pesky Overlord, scouting out all of Cloud's ideas there in his build order. So the Hydralisks are a response to that. He knows that he's going to have Corsairs around the map, killing off his Overlords. He wants to get something out in the meantime, and he isn't able to tick up quickly enough to get Scourges, just given the complete speed of Cloud's build. So Cloud will know that. Cloud will know that he will have pretty much forced his opponent to do something like Hydralisks, knowing that his opponent couldn't really tick up to Scourges in time, and if he did, then the Corsairs would obviously be a lot more effective. There's our first Hydralisk being egged up there. And there's our first Corsair, ripping into that Overlord at the 6. And that may not be the first Overlord either, but now SquaLL has really got to try and prevent any more Overlords from dying. He's going to be able to do that with this one, with the Hydralisk just coming in from underneath. Zergling's still camming out in front of the wall here, so... and by the way, Cloud hasn't got that many units, just testing the waters there. But he knows that he's not going to be able to break through. So Cloud putting down a photon cannon just in case his opponent will be going for a fast Hydralisk push or something like that. But his Corsair will actually see what's going on. He sees the 2 hatcheries in the natural, he sees all of the overlords, which SquaLL's got there in preparation, and he's going to see the single den here in a second. But SquaLL's got to tier 2 now. He's upgrading lurkers halfway down, as you can see. And here's the first Dark Templar from Cloud, so very cool. They're going to be able to deal with these Zerglings here. So the Zerglings from SquaLL are going to have to run by smack. 1 Zergling, 2 Zerglings, 3 Zerglings. Just going to be the count there from Sesame Street. But Zerglings pulling back. SquaLL noticing that. One thing to just remind people on is that this game doesn't give you a sort of warning message if your units are killed by 1 hit. So if that Dark Templar snipes your Zergling and kills it with 1 shot, the game doesn't say, oh, we're under attack. It only does that if your units actually take damage and don't die instantly. As far as I know, somebody might like to correct me on that also, but I believe that is the correct state of things. Of course, they're just zipping around, trying not to get hit by any Hydralisk spines. We've got Cloud finally taking a second base here. It's about time he did, but with this kind of quick tech build, obviously you can't afford everything at once. Going now for Observers, so he'll need those, especially versus the Lurkers. And don't forget his Corsair had floated over SquaLL's space. He will have seen that single Hydralisk there without anything else. And Zergling's coming up the ramp, streaming past the photon cannon, straight into Cloud space. This is going to be annoying for Cloud. Those Zerglings won't have a lot of hit points though, and Cloud just bringing his probes around just to try and surround the Zerglings and kill them. We've got a Dark Templar in here, so that's going to do it. One Zergling left alive. At least SquaLL's going to get a good look in the base. He's going to see all of the tech there. He knows that he's going to be up against Observers and everything else there. The storm drops and whatever is possible at this stage. Got a couple of Lurkers out in the field, but SquaLL pulling them back to his half of the map, realizing that the Cloud's just got too many troops at this point for him to do anything about it, and having seen the Observers, he knows that he's not going to be able to get away with any kind of sneaky Lurker drops, or not Lurker drops, but Lurker sort of hiding Lurkers, Lurkers being undetected. However you want to think about it. Got a few Lurkers there just staying out of the way. Now it's the time for the Spire, so maybe we'll start seeing a few more Scourges. We do realize that the Cloud hasn't built too many Corsairs. He hasn't gone above the critical mass, that's for sure. You only see 1 or 2 in the sky at any point in time, so a few Scourges will be able to hold them off and possibly even get a few kills on them. Only got a few gates there from Cloud, and there's the third expansion, third base for SquaLL. Looks like the Corsair's going to have another look, and looks like we've actually got some Mutalisks, not Scourges. He's only defending with a couple of Lurkers there, and he's instead going for Mutalisks. Just wondering whether this Corsair will spot them straight away, giving Cloud a chance to put down some photon cannons. This will be interesting. Just in the meantime, we have got some High Templars at least on here. Here are the photon cannons. And +1 weapons being researched there. Maybe even +2. I forget whether Cloud's already got the +1. No, he's not a +1 yet. So there you have it. He's got some Dragoons in there to defend against the Mutalisks, and here they come. So that Corsair indeed scouted in time, and he's got the photon cannons up. SquaLL's going to see that. So now he's attacking with the Mutalisks, getting some hits off of that Corsair. He's going to kill it. He should be able to kill it. Yes, he has. The Dragoons, not such a great unit against Mutalisks until you've got a lot of them. And now plowing to the probes. This is going to be a pain, but luckily for Cloud, his opponent SquaLL pulls back here.